What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to the latest Liverpool transfer news video, and in this video we will have a major update on the Ligt to Liverpool transfer story, because the Mirror newspaper in England came out with an article saying that Liverpool might have to tear up their whole wage structure if they want to sign the Dutch rising star Matthias de Ligt. De Ligt has a controversial agent, Raiola, and that's the message from him, that if Liverpool want seriously to sign De Ligt, that they would need to offer him wages that Manchester United and Paris Saint-Germain and other big clubs are offering him, which is north of £250,000 per week. And I think that is outrageous, and Liverpool are just one of 6 clubs who are going for De Ligt this summer. And Raiola, according to this article, believes that Anfield would be an ideal destination for the 19-year-old Ajax captain, and I think he's pushing for the Liverpool deal because Liverpool gave out the most commissions to football agents in 2018, so Raiola is after that big dollar, that big money, I think, after a big commission. And it's said that this is what drives football agents nowadays. It's not what is best for their clients, although De Ligt would be, I think, it would be a great choice, a great decision for him to go to Liverpool. But I don't think that Liverpool would really flip their wage structure upside down. If you consider that, for example, Mohamed Salah is earning like 200k a week, De Ligt can't come in at 19 years old and be the highest earner, the biggest wages at Liverpool. That just wouldn't sit right with the other players, in my opinion. And according to the Mirror, this is what they are saying as well, that Liverpool will have to make De Ligt the highest paid player in their history, ahead of even Mohamed Salah and Van Dijk, for it to happen. According to the newspaper, Raiola is demanding huge wages if Liverpool were to, sign De Ligt. And let me know what do you think about this in the comments below. And guys, if you enjoy these types of transfer news videos, please leave a like. It just takes a second for you guys and it really helps me out and shows me that you guys love these kind of videos. Manchester United are reportedly offering like £236,000 per week, and also Paris Saint-Germain are offering to go even higher, £256,000 per week. And if you consider that Salah is earning 200k per week, Van Dijk only 150k per week, according to the Mirror. And Klopp knows that he would be inviting dressing room trouble by handing De Ligt better wages than somebody like Van Dijk or Salah. And Raiola and Liverpool have a fractured relationship. Balotelli was another client of Raiola. Balotelli and Liverpool had a big fallout when Balotelli left, and Raiola, doesn't have the most perfect relationship with Liverpool, just to say the least. He actually said some pretty dirty things about Jurgen Klopp in the past. So I think that personal relationship is pretty broken, and I can't really see a way where Jurgen Klopp would completely forgive Raiola and work with him. But for a player of De Ligt's caliber, anything can happen. I'm not saying that the Liverpool are definitely not signing De Ligt. I'm saying that it's complicated. There are many different layers to this story. And Balotelli, of course, was let go by Liverpool in the end. And then Raiola called Jurgen Klopp a piece of shit, actually. And I don't think Jurgen Klopp enjoyed that at all. So I think it's going to be difficult for Jurgen Klopp and Raiola to see eye to eye and to actually work together. But anything can happen. Stranger things have happened in the football world. And De Ligt, actually, after the Nations League final, he actually revealed that Cristiano Ronaldo went over to De Ligt after the final whistle, and he asked him to join Juventus. Juventus are one of the 6 clubs interested in De Ligt. And this is what De Ligt said after the game. De Ligt was asked if Ronaldo had questioned if he would be his teammate at Juventus, and he said that could be true, yes. I didn't understand him at first. I was a little shocked, so I laughed, but I didn't say anything. Shortly after the game, you are not at all concerned with it. You are disappointed, you have lost. That is the only thing you are thinking about. I will first go on a nice vacation and rest, and I will let it happen, and then I will see. That's what Ligt said. So I think he's keeping his options open, and it's actually very surprising that Ronaldo went over to Ligt and asked him to come to Juventus. I think Ronaldo knows when he sees a good player, and he knows that Ligt is more mature than his years suggests, and he is a very accomplished defender. And I think Juventus need Ligt maybe a lot more than Liverpool do. The only way I can see Liverpool signing Ligt is if Liverpool sell Lovren or Matip, preferably Lovren, and just free up a lot of wages. And also, I only see Liverpool signing Ligt if Ligt and his agent Raiola lowers their wage demand. And Ligt himself said that he might sit on this decision until after his holiday is over. He will go now on a 1 or 2 week holiday, and when he comes back, that's where his final decision will be made. So maybe he's not sure which club he really wants to go, or maybe he's not sure which club is serious enough to offer him the kind of wages that he's after. And I think the reason why Raiola signed Ligt is that as a football agent, I think that Raiola had seen Ligt as a potential future like world-class centre-back. And also Ligt signed with Raiola because I think he knows that Raiola has a lot of connections with many big football clubs, and that's just the sad reality that the top players, even as young as Ligt is, are gravitating towards these super agents who could get them their biggest deals. And Ligt could be set for life, honestly, at this point. If at 19 years old he gets a big 5-year contract, he won't have financial problems for the rest of his life. That's how big these contracts are nowadays. And it looks like Ligt will make a decision in the next week or two. Barcelona and Bayern Munich and even Juventus also want to sign Ligt, and it's going to be very interesting where Ligt ends up. Let me know, guys, do you want Liverpool to sign Ligt? I think for like 230-240k per week we shouldn't. As big a talent as Ligt is, we shouldn't completely flip our wage structure on its head just to sign a 19-year-old kid who is potentially becoming world class in the next 5 years. But I think at Liverpool the wage structure is gradual. So when you sign as a youngster, you get a base wage, and every year, if you are doing well and if you are in the first team and if you are playing well and contributing, then every year you could get a bumper new contract until you could become, in theory, one of the top earners at a Liverpool Football Club. But you shouldn't come in straight away as a 19-year-old and get the biggest wages in the club. That's my opinion. I don't think Ligt should sign for the club who offers him the most wages. Paris Saint-Germain and Man United, they are not, as a great footballing project as signing for a Barcelona, Juventus, Bayern Munich, Liverpool. I would choose out of these 4 clubs, and certainly not Man United, certainly not Paris Saint-Germain, just because they are not really very close to winning multiple trophies. In terms of big trophies, I don't consider the French league title a really big trophy, because it's an inferior league, and it's a distorted league with the financial might that Paris Saint-Germain has. So it's going to be very interesting where Ligt will end up. I will keep you posted on this. And Carragher commented on the Ballon d'Or vote. He said, I saw Van Dijk has gone ahead of Messi in the betting on who is favorites for the Ballon d'Or, and I would be thinking Messi should win the Ballon d'Or, to be honest. Very rarely you see a centre-back get that. I think that Cannavaro was the last centre-back who won the Ballon d'Or, winning it after the World Cup in 2006. And Carragher continued, and I quote, I don't think his game has changed too much over the season. He's obviously had a great season, Van Dijk, but I think You have got to win big things. And I think that Champions League win has put that stamp on him, being one of the world's best. When we spoke earlier this season, we always spoke about Gerard Piqué, Sergio Ramos. Not necessarily that they were performing better than Van Dijk, but they have the medals for club and country. And obviously that's maybe one of the reasons why Van Dijk will be disappointed he didn't win the Nations League. It's obviously it's not a World Cup or a Euros, but it's just that nice little trophy for his country. And Carragher said, I think when you win something big, that's when you really cement yourselves at that level. And I think he's the best in the world in that position. Van Dijk has proven himself. But Ballon d'Or, I think Messi should win it. After Van Dijk failed to win the Nations League with the Netherlands, I agree with Carragher that Messi should win it, especially if Messi goes on and wins the Copa America, which he has a good chance of doing so. So I will be interested to watch that competition. Now, apparently Barcelona, of all clubs, are interested in our left back Andrew Robertson, but guess who? Kenny Dalglish, the Liverpool legend, one of the best Liverpool players of all time, came out and said that Robertson should stay at Liverpool and should not go anywhere else because this is the best place for him, the best club for him. And this is what Kenny Dalglish said, and I quote, Andrew Robertson must wake up every morning and think it's Christmas Day. That's why I don't believe he will be considering leaving Liverpool for any other football club at home or abroad. I'm told he has been linked with a couple of big European clubs, but why would he want to leave Liverpool? Seriously, tell me why. Anyway, he's already playing abroad. Well, that was always the way I looked at it when I moved from Scotland to England to join Liverpool from Celtic. And he has every right to be proud of what he has helped Liverpool achieve in the past 10 months. Week in, week out, he has been hugely influential and his contribution has been enormous. What the team gets out of him in every game is remarkable. And I agree with Kenny Dalglish. I mean, Andrew Robertson is living the dream. Just as he said himself, a weak hit from Glasgow, coming to Anfield, to Liverpool, and lifting the European Cup, the Champions League, is just a magnificent achievement. And he's already not just the best left back in the Premier League, but one of the best left backs in the world. And he's only 25 years old. So I think that the best is yet to come. Andy Robertson will only improve in the next 5 years, and he will become an even better player. And hopefully he will win a lot of trophies and titles with Liverpool in the coming years. And Rose, the Tottenham left back, had a torrid time because after losing the Champions League final to Liverpool, he had to go into the England camp and be with the same Liverpool players who beat him in the Champions League final. And this is what he said about that experience. It's not draining coming to play for your country. It's a bit draining having lost last weekend the Champions League final and having to share the camp with the Liverpool players. You are reminded every day that you lost the final, and that was a unique experience for me. I've never been through that myself. I was definitely tired from a long season with my club, and having to come to England didn't help. But as I said, whenever you are selected for England, it is a great occasion. It is one I will always welcome and cherish. And Danny Rose, of course, he never experienced that because Tottenham never qualified for a big European final like that ever before. That was their first Champions League final in their history. And I think Liverpool deservedly won that game, even though Tottenham played well in the last 20 minutes. We can't deny them that, but Tottenham just didn't have the experience that Liverpool had of already playing in European finals. And also we got some bad news that Xherdan Shaqiri limped off injured in the Switzerland-England third place playoff game in the Nations League. He was forced to leave the pitch. He pulled a massive muscle. He said the manager has many good options and has to decide who can play. I knew before my transfer that the competition here is very tough and I have a long-term contract and I will definitely stay. So that's Shaqiri confirming that he will stay at Liverpool and he will fight for his place. At the moment there are no real news on how serious his injury is. I really hope it's not too serious, but it's going to be very interesting when Shaqiri could get fit, because I think he needs to get another full pre-season under his belt, and hopefully then he can force his way into the Liverpool starting 11. And Van Dijk said about the Netherlands that this shouldn't ruin their development. He said, "We are taking major steps as a team and we must continue to do so. We can be proud of ourselves. Obviously we are disappointed we didn't win the final, but we have to congratulate Portugal as well. We were a bit unlucky today, but we have to be very proud of ourselves, keep our heads up, get a well-deserved holiday now, and after that make sure we are ready for the qualification." At the start of the tournament, I don't think anyone would have believed us if we would said we are going to reach the final, we made a lot of progress, we have to be very proud of ourselves. Now disappointment is the thing in our heads, but we have to keep our heads up. It's been a good season, but hopefully next season will be even better. That's what I'm striving for. It's the only thing that you have to do. I will get a good break and then make sure I'm more than ready for pre-season. And I think the Netherlands are back on their way to the top of certainly European football and maybe world football as well. All they need is just find that ruthless edge, find that killer instinct in front of goal, because their approach play is really good, but they are lacking maybe a prolific striker or somebody who can score goals regularly for the Netherlands. And even Ryan Babel thinks that Van Dijk should win the Ballon d'Or, and this is what he said. "I think it is fair that Van Dijk would be at least to be on the short list, and we will see in the end if he wins it or not, but I would be very happy for him if he does. The last time I remember a defender winning the Ballon d'Or, Cannavaro 2006, so it's not impossible." That's what Ryan Babel said about Van Dijk potentially winning the Ballon d'Or, and I really hope he does, because it would be just brilliant and an even bigger boost to his confidence. There is interest growing in Marco Grujic, the player who Liverpool owns, but he has been on loan at Hertha Berlin, and he had a great season in the Bundesliga, scoring some goals, and he wants to either stay at Berlin or move somewhere else. He doesn't really want to come back to Liverpool and sit on the bench. Werder Bremen and Eintracht Frankfurt also inquired about him, and Hertha Berlin, his current club, as well. And of course Frankfurt, after getting 60 million euros for Luka Jovic, their former striker from Real Madrid, they have cash to burn, and they could seriously rival Hertha. 25 million is Liverpool's asking price, and I think that's a good asking price. And there are also some Premier League clubs interested in Grujic. And if Grujic doesn't really want to come back and play for Liverpool, then I'm fine with that, you know. And I think that maybe Liverpool should sell Grujic and try to reinvest the money into the club and maybe sign some good backup players. And Liverpool will give Harry Wilson a chance to prove himself this summer during the 8 friendlies we have, and I think we should grant Harry Wilson a place in the squad and just try him out in the Premier League, in the League Cup, maybe in some Champions League games even, because he looks like a player who improved so much at Derby County. They almost got promoted to the Premier League, so I think we should give him a chance. According to James Pearce of the Liverpool Echo, Wilson will be given proper minutes by Jurgen Klopp, who is prepared to give Wilson an opportunity. According to this report, Jurgen Klopp is prepared to give Wilson a full first team squad place, a place on the bench, and just see how the 22-year-old player does. And if we were to sell Wilson, we will only sell him for nothing short of 20-25 million pounds. And I don't think there is any club at the moment really interested in Harry Wilson, and I think we should just keep him as a squad member, because he would be a very useful squad player for Liverpool in this upcoming season. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. See you later, guys. Goodbye.